Welcome back to Organic Awakening. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects us all, especially as we grow older: sleep. Did you know that nearly 50% of older adults experience some form of sleep disturbance? Sleep is one of the cornerstones of good health, yet so many of us struggle to get the rest we desperately need. In this video, and based on the advice of Barbara O'Neill, we'll explore natural remedies that truly work to help you sleep better. I'm excited to share practical tips backed by research so you can wake up feeling rested and rejuvenated. If you've been battling sleepless nights, stay tuned, because you don't have to rely on medication to get the deep sleep your body craves. Let's get started on your path to better rest. Now let's uncover the fascinating science of sleep. When you understand what happens while you sleep, you'll gain valuable insights about the best times to rest and why it's so vital. There's a tiny gland at the base of your brain called the pineal gland, about the size of a macadamia nut. This gland releases 4 key hormones every night, but only during specific hours. In winter, this happens between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m., and in summer, it's between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. But why only these times? It's deeply connected to the moons and tides, as light and dark signals travel through your optic nerve to a control center in your brain where your body clock is located. Your body clock then communicates with the pineal gland to release these crucial hormones. One of the most well-known is melatonin. You've probably heard of it. Many people who struggle to sleep turn to melatonin supplements, but our bodies naturally release it during these critical hours. Melatonin is often called the fix and rejuvenate nighttime hormone because it plays a key role in repairing and rejuvenating your body and brain while you sleep. There's a little tiny gland at the base of the brain called the pineal gland. The pineal gland is about the size of a macadamia nut, and it's located at the base of your brain. The pineal gland releases 4 hormones every night, but only during certain hours. In the wintertime, it's between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m., and in the summertime, it's between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. Why only those times? It has much to do with the moons and the tides. Light and dark signals are fed through the optic nerve to a control center in the brain where your body clock is located. Your body clock communicates with the pineal gland, which releases hormones. One of these hormones is melatonin. A lot of people have heard of melatonin. Some people who don't sleep well take it. But we naturally release melatonin during this time, and it's called the fix and rejuvenate nighttime hormone. Melatonin is probably mostly responsible for the repair and rejuvenation that happens in our brain and body while we sleep. Another hormone released is serotonin, the mood hormone. So, if you want to feel good, go to bed early. What are the kids like if they have a late night? Not very happy, and neither are the adults. Another hormone released from the pineal gland is arginine-vitsin. Arginine-vitsin is our natural painkiller. Did you know you have a natural painkiller when you go to bed? In these hours, your natural painkiller is released. But when it's used, it leaves waste, and if that waste hasn't been released, then the next night, arginine-vitsin won't be released. So how do we get rid of the waste from using arginine-vitsin? Through exercise. When you exercise during the day and perspire, you help release the waste. That's why exercise is so important to improve your ability to sleep. Exercise is key to improving sleep quality. When you work out, especially earlier in the day, your body temperature rises and then gradually cools down as the day progresses. This drop in temperature signals to your body that it's time to prepare for sleep, helping you fall asleep more easily and enjoy deeper rest. Regular physical activity also helps manage stress. High levels of the stress hormone cortisol can make it difficult for your body to produce melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. By incorporating exercise into your daily routine, you can lower stress levels, creating a better environment for melatonin to function effectively. Another benefit of exercise is that it helps clear out waste from your body. When you exercise, especially if you sweat, you help eliminate byproducts created by natural painkillers like arginine-vitsin. These substances are released when you sleep and are crucial for managing pain and promoting recovery. If these byproducts are not cleared out, it can affect your overall well-being. Arginine vasotocin can impact your sleep quality, So whether it's a brisk walk, a gym session, or a home workout, making exercise a regular part of your routine can significantly enhance your ability to sleep well. Not only does it help you fall asleep faster and sleep deeper, but it also improves your overall mood and energy levels during the day. Prioritizing exercise can lead to better sleep, making it an essential component of a healthy lifestyle. The other hormone that's released is epithalamion. Epithalamion is a hormone that increases learning capacity. God designed our brain to be learning new things right up until the day we die. Many people's brains deteriorate because they stop learning new things. We should always learn new things. I love the story of the 90-year-old man who learned to play the piano and the 92-year-old man who graduated from law school. After hearing the lecture on renewing the mind, a 75-year-old man came up to me. He said he recently put away his most difficult violin pieces and was going home to get them out again. So, epithalamion increases learning capacity, enabling us to understand and retain new things. To achieve this, we need to go to bed early. Ask any teacher, and they can tell which children had a late night because they just don't get it, they don't retain. Epamine increases learning capacity, and epithalamus slows down aging. Everyone over the age of 25 likes that one. These are the hormones that are released every night, but more comes into the equation. I was reading a book called Why We Sleep by Dr. Matthew Walker, and there's some fascinating research that he quotes. This research, which probably started in the 1950s, was conducted on rats. Did you know they research rats a lot? Their digestive tract and many things are very similar to humans, and they live 2 years, so they can see what would happen to a human in 80 years by studying a rat in 2 years. They found that there are periods during the night when the eyelids are closed, but the eyes are active and moving. Then there are periods when the eyes are still. They put electrodes on the brain and eyes and found that when the eyes were active, the brain was active, but when the eyes were still, the brain was a little bit more still. Some of the researchers even wired up their 2-year-old children while they slept. They had lots of volunteers come in, and sometimes they did it on themselves. Across the board, the same thing was happening. They called the active time rapid eye movement and the still time non-rapid eye movement. Let me show you what happens during these times. In non-rapid eye movement, they found that in the brain there's a curious service happening. All through the day, everything that happens to us is stored in our hippocampus. It's called the short-term storage unit. While we sleep, there's a courier service that takes all of those memories from the day up to the cortex at the top. That's the courier service happening in non-rapid eye movement time. The other thing happening in non-rapid eye movement time is the cleaning system, the glymphatic system. This cleaning system helps clean up waste from neuronal activity, waste from the combustion of glucose and oxygen in the energy cycles in the cell, and also negative emotions, which we just discussed. This happens after we make the decision to forgive. The glymphatic system starts cleaning up the waste, and these are the two things that happen in non-rapid eye movement. In rapid eye movement, this is where dreaming happens. No wonder the eyes are moving fast. Dreaming also happens in rapid eye movement time. Dr. Matthew Walker was amazed at his research, and as an atheist, he said, "It's almost as if sleep has an intelligence." Dr. Walker's observation about sleep having its own intelligence highlights how complex and well-designed the sleep process is. During REM sleep, our brains do more than just dream. They also organize and make sense of the information we've gathered throughout the day. This filing system helps us connect old memories with new experiences, which plays a big role in problem-solving and creativity. It's why sometimes we wake up suddenly knowing the answer to something that was bothering us before. REM sleep also helps us manage our emotions. When we reach this stage, our brain works on processing emotional experiences, making it easier for us to handle stress and maintain a stable mood. That's one reason why not getting enough sleep can make us more irritable or anxious, and why sleep deprivation is linked to mood disorders. On top of that, REM sleep is important for our physical health. It helps regulate our metabolism, keeps our immune system strong, and even affects our weight. Getting a good balance of non-REM and REM sleep means our bodies and minds get the maintenance they need to work well. All of this research shows just how important it is to get enough quality sleep. Going to bed early and allowing enough time for both deep sleep and dreaming ensures that we learn better, remember more, stay emotionally balanced, and keep our bodies healthy. Let's take a closer look at why each of these elements matters so much. First, sunshine is more than just a mood booster. It is one of the key regulators of our internal body clock or circadian rhythm. When we get morning sunlight, our body takes it as a signal that it is time to wake up and be alert. The light triggers biological processes like the suppression of melatonin, the hormone that makes us sleepy, and the release of cortisol, which gives us energy. Getting natural light early in the day helps set our internal timer, promoting better sleep when night comes. This alignment between our sleep cycle and natural light is crucial for our overall health, affecting how we learn, remember information, and focus. Studies have shown that people who receive regular morning sunlight tend to fall asleep faster, sleep better, and have improved mood and cognitive function throughout the day. Breathing fresh air is another factor that has a surprisingly strong impact on our ability to concentrate and learn effectively. When we sleep with windows open, it allows for better airflow, bringing in more oxygen while filtering out stale carbon dioxide-rich air. This simple habit can reduce feelings of grogginess in the morning and make it easier to focus throughout the day. Good air quality has been linked to better cognitive function and reduced levels of stress, meaning that something as basic as fresh air could directly impact how well students can absorb information and stay attentive during their studies. Avoiding stimulants like caffeine and refined sugar is also essential for anyone wanting to make the most of their study sessions. While caffeine might seem like a quick solution to stay awake and power through late-night study sessions, it can severely disrupt sleep quality. Drinking coffee or energy drinks late in the day can make it harder for your body to enter deep sleep, the restorative sleep stage during which memories are consolidated and the brain processes what it has learned. Without deep sleep, the ability to retain information plummets, making it far less effective to study late into the night compared to studying after a good night's rest. Refined sugar can also have a negative impact. It leads to energy spikes followed by crashes, which can interfere with focus and cause mood swings that further hinder learning. Finally, getting at least 8 hours of sleep each night is perhaps the most critical of all these factors. Sleep is when the brain does its housekeeping. During sleep, especially during the deep and REM stages, the brain organizes and stores memories, clears away toxins that build up throughout the day, and strengthens neural pathways involved in learning and problem solving. For students, this process is essential. Without adequate sleep, it becomes harder to recall information, solve problems, or even maintain the motivation needed to study effectively. Skimping on sleep not only impairs memory but also affects emotional stability, making it harder to deal with stress and stay engaged with learning. What about taking melatonin? There are some things that you can take to help with sleep, and one of them is melatonin. Dr. Neil Nedley, in his book Proof Positive, mentions melatonin but also notes that it hasn't been around long enough to fully understand the side effects. It hasn't been studied long enough to know if taking melatonin every night could mean your body stops making its own melatonin.